Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's budget check-in video. Today we're going to be checking in with the 4th week of August. So in front of me I have my Deluxe Prosper Planner as well as the Sippin' Lemonade budget sticker set. So if you are interested in picking up anything that I am using today, I always have links to my Etsy shop in the description below. Obviously I do not sell Apple Pencils or iPads in my Etsy shop, but for reference, because I get this question a lot, I am using a iPad Pro. This is the 12.9 inch iPad Pro. I do also have an iPad Air, which is a little bit smaller, and honestly I use my Air, I don't know why that sounded weird, more often than my Pro. I really like to film on my Pro because the screen space, this is a large iPad. I also do a lot of my design work on this iPad, but my Air is kind of my everyday, you know, planning out the day type of thing. So yeah, you really can't go wrong. I get a question a lot of like which iPad to get if you're wanting to get started with digital planning, digital budgeting. You really can't go wrong in my opinion, whatever you can personally afford. I think making sure that it's compatible with the Apple Pencil is really important. I personally recommend this as your stylus. I know it's pricey, but it is worth every penny. And then the Air I just find to be like more of a affordable option, and I feel like it performs just as well, honestly, as my Pro. So I don't think you can go wrong there, but yeah. And then I also get the question a lot of how much memory to get, and sorry this is not at all related to budgeting, but I thought I would address it now because I've gotten so many questions in the past week about this. But in terms of like how much memory to get, really whatever you can afford, but keep in mind that you can use programs like Dropbox, the iCloud storage, things like that to store extra files. So if you can only afford the smallest amount of memory possible, there are other options out there. Just don't obviously spend more than you can afford and things like that. I think it's very important to live within your means and do what you can afford and all that good stuff. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started after that little rant. And again, sorry, not budget related, but sometimes I feel like I should just address this in these videos at the very beginning when I get lots of questions about that kind of stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is track groceries. I track a couple different categories in my monthly view, and that's grocery, household, gas, eating out, and unbudgeted. So in yellow we have grocery, and I can already tell you that we are, here we go again with the calculator saga, you guys. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna use my phone because I know Julia was playing with my calculator and it's probably not in my office right now, so we're just gonna use my phone. So we have $13.08 for Costco. And then fries for $77.64. And yeah, we're definitely gonna be over in groceries because we still have a week left in the month and I think we're already negative, so that's not fun, but here we go. $22.58 for Trader Joe's. And I think that was it. So a total of $117.47. And maybe, oh, we're not over in grocery, but we only have a little bit left. So, okay, I'm gonna take my lasso, turn images off, and I'm just going to copy and paste this just to save myself some time. Very convenient. Okay, so we spent a total of $117.47 for groceries, and last week we had $127.87 remaining. So we have $10.40 remaining, which obviously is not enough for a full week of groceries, but if we shop our pantry, fridge, and freezer and all of that, make sure we use what we have on hand, get very minimal groceries. Hopefully that will help. I mean, technically, so today is the 26th. My YouTube filming schedule has been totally off, by the way, because my full-time job has been insane this past week. But anyway, so I'm filming this the day of, which I don't like to do, but I literally did not have a single second of time to film yesterday. So yeah, today's the 26th, so that means we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday until our budget resets. So really, I mean, if we can avoid going to the grocery store other than for like obviously whole milk for Julia, if we need bananas, things like that, then we might be okay. So we'll see what we can accomplish. My budget results video will be up next Thursday, so you guys will see that then and see how we do. But yeah, we only have $10 remaining in grocery as of right now. We did not have any household transactions. We did have one gas transaction for $50.25. So $50.25, and I'm gonna just write 0 into household. We have $1.02 left in household. We are almost out of laundry softener, but we're trying to just push it as much as possible until our budget resets. So $50.25, and last week we had $48.30 remaining. So that means we are over by $1.95. I did talk to Andrew about the gas situation with DoorDash, and he's planning to transfer money. So one thing that we're gonna do that's a little different is we need to set up a checking account for him just for like his side hustles, because we've just been using our family checking account, and I manage that account. Like, I keep track of the balance and everything, and I honestly got so frustrated because I'm like, okay, DoorDash is coming in and, you know, it's basically going right back out because he's using it for like certain investments and things like that. And he's supposed to be setting aside like taxes and money for gas, and really we should be putting a portion of that towards like car maintenance too, because it honestly puts a lot of miles on the car. And he's talking about maybe finding a different side hustle, because honestly it doesn't bring in that much, and I feel like for the expensive like gas and stuff, like his take-home pay, if you will, is not that significant. So yeah, he might be making changes with that, but nonetheless, we were like, okay, if we continue to do this, then we need to set up a separate checking account so that he can just transfer over the gas money and we can add that to our budget. We can keep better track of taxes, all that kind of stuff, because that's why I personally have a separate business checking account. For like tax purposes, it's just easiest to see what's coming in, what's going out, all that kind of stuff. It's way easier to like know what's going on. And it just gets too confusing when you're taking a certain percentage out for like taxes and your certain expenses are coming out. Like when it's all jumbled together, it just gets so confusing. And when it comes to like running a business and stuff, you want to make sure that stuff is pretty clear, because you have to pay your taxes and you want to make sure that the numbers are correct, that you're able to provide, like, I'm going to use an accountant for taxes, so I want to provide him with what he needs, like, you know, all the information he needs there. And if I'm printing out bank statements for just like a whole checking account that has all the business stuff in it too, like that would just be insane. So anyways, that's something that we're talking about potentially doing, but he's figuring that out. I let him know, like, this is what has come in, this is what's gone out, like, you figure out what needs to come over, because I honestly, I can't do it all, like, you know, it's too much for me right now. So he's figuring that out, and then if we can add some money to gas, that will help, obviously, with our, like, little overage, but we're not over by a ton. I'm betting that we're gonna have to fill up at least one more time, so yeah, he needs to definitely transfer money over, because otherwise we're gonna be over by quite a bit. So anyways, let's see. So eating out, we had a couple transactions for eating out. Let's see. We went to our favorite bakery this weekend, and then we usually like to go on Saturdays, you know, here and there. And then let's see, what else? Oh, Dunkin'. I got a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts for $2.28. And then we went to the bakery again because they had s'mores Pop-Tarts, which the bakery, so the bakery is called Boyer Bakery, and they're located in Surprise, Arizona. To my knowledge, they only have one location, but it is honestly like the best bakery. Like, their coffee is insanely good, like insanely good. I cannot believe how amazing, like, it's honestly the best coffee I've ever had, and that I feel like I ever could have. It energizes me really well, like I don't get jittery from it or anything, and it's just delicious. So anyways, I could go on and on about this bakery, but the cool thing that they do, so it's a family-owned business. The whole family works there, all the kids and everything. It's just so fun to support businesses like that, I feel. And they switch up what's in the bakery every day. So they go in the night before and they bake a bunch of stuff. And so one thing they're known for is their homemade Pop-Tarts, which is really fun for kids. So they switch up their flavors of their Pop-Tarts. Sometimes they'll do like, you know, classics like brown sugar cinnamon, which I am yet to try and I really want to. They had s'mores yesterday, which was something I'd been wanting to try for a long time. They have like strawberry, and then they have these other like more unique flavors like pineapple mango and, you know, stuff like that. And then of course they've got a whole bunch of like muffins and breads and cookies and all sorts of things. It's just a really cool, fun place to go. Anyway, so we went and I picked up some Pop-Tarts for myself and for my friend Kelsey, because she's just as obsessed with them as I am. She actually introduced me to them. So yeah, that's kind of our thing, is like we like to go to the bakery here and there. So yeah, that was a total of $53.64 that we spent on eating out, and eating out has been really good for us this month. I feel like we've been really good about it, because yeah, last week we had $147.90 remaining, so we still have $94.26. I feel like that's never happened before, but that's awesome because, you know, groceries are pretty low, and then if we go over in gas and all that. But yeah, and then we did not have any unbudgeted expenses, I don't believe. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, no unbudgeted. For bills, I've been marking when those come out, so I just check off when they come out here, and then I kind of write it in here. So the only bills that, oh, I forgot to put a little check mark next to T-Mobile. The only one that we're really waiting on is APS and then Hulu, and that'll be it for bills. So as far as sinking funds are concerned, so I have a separate account. I use a savings account for our sinking funds because I just kind of like keep the whole balance in there, and then we use our credit card for like the majority of our transactions, and at the end of the month we pay the credit card off, and we pay it off using what's in savings. So there is a limit on how much I can transfer out of that savings account. I believe it's up to 6 times within a statement period, which is a month. But I only transfer money out once in the month because I transfer it in at the beginning. Whatever we're adding to our sinking funds, like this total here, I just transferred into that savings account, and at the end of the month I figure out how much we spent. I transfer that out to pay off the credit card or help pay off the credit card, and then what I'm left with in that savings account is whatever the new totals are. So that's the way that I manage sinking funds. But yeah, let's see, we've had quite a few transactions since we last left off. I believe we left off with these couple of chiropractor appointments. Obviously, we've had a lot more chiropractor appointments. My husband did something to his back at work. He works in the merchandise department of Costco, and so it requires a lot of heavy lifting and stuff like that a lot of the time, and so he did something to his back while he was at work, and he's been getting treatment for it from the chiropractor. So he's gone quite a bit, as you can tell. So our medical fund has been depleting, but I'm so glad that we added money to that fund and we were able to cover those costs, because it would have been insane. So okay, so he had 1, 2, 3, 4 chiropractor appointments. I know he's got another one this morning too he's going to go to. So it's $26 each time he goes to the chiropractor, but that should be ending very soon. I think the chiropractor said he needed like 1 more week of treatments or something. So so there's that, and then he had to pick up some new socks for himself, so that came out of his sinking fund. He also got another a supply of contacts. So he had an eye doctor appointment. I have an eye doctor appointment today, and then we have dentist appointments, all sorts of things going on this week. So yeah, so there's that. And then if I need to get contacts, obviously that's gonna put our sinking fund probably into the negative, and we'll have to make up for that next month, which I'm totally fine with. When our sinking funds go negative, the other balances of the other funds kind of carry that negative balance, and then I just kind of, you know, make it positive again the next month. It's not ideal, obviously, but I don't mind it so much, as long as we're not like taking advantage of that or something, which we don't. So, and then Costco actually carries kids uniforms. I had no idea. Andrew didn't even know either, but he was working in clothing and saw the uniform. So we picked up some extra uniforms for Maddie because her ones from kindergarten are a little beat up. So we wanted to get her some new uniforms. So we actually were able to get her 4 shirts and two pairs of pants. I think 4 shirts and 2 pairs of pants for $45.54, which is not bad at all. So there's that. And then Book of the Month came out for me. So there's that. I need to actually probably freeze that, as well as my Once Upon a Book Club membership, which I don't think that's come out yet. No. So yeah, I need to do that because I have more than enough books. I do not need more books. So I need to freeze that for now. But that did come out, and then Andrew had another chiropractor appointment there, and like I said, he's gonna go again today. I'm gonna go to Target for my eye appointment, and I do need to get more contacts, so I'm sure that's gonna be another expense coming out. Our medical sinking fund is likely going to be negative, and then like I said, we'll make up for it next month, add a little extra to that fund. But yeah, that is what is going on for August so far. So let me know in the comments down below how August is going for you. We've got just a little under a week left in the month, so hopefully this next couple of days or so are not super eventful in terms of like finances. But yeah, that's how we are doing so far. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to catch all my future videos. If you have any questions at all, definitely let me know in the comment section down below, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye!